First on the scene, News 5 captured the chaos that followed the fatal shooting of two men, one of which was the notorious leader of Back-a-Town Crips Gang. The brazen double murder happened around 5:20 on Sunday evening on Zericote Street. Seconds before they were killed, 34-year-old Crips gang boss Junior Triminio and 19-year-old Christopher Calderon had exited the Louisiana football field where a football championship had culminated. Soon after, more than a dozen gunshots were heard.
But the person that was next to me said, no, that's not fireworks, Mayor. He said, that sounds like gunshot. And then we heard another set of gunshots rung out. And then that's when I saw people that were sitting on the fence, they started to scramble. And then people ran out from the field, out onto the street.
How many shots did you hear?
There was quite a amount of shots. I can tell you, I believe almost about 50 shots in total that we heard, because there was a huge bang first, and then a pause, and then another set of shots rang out.
Chaos followed. Calderon lay bleeding on a resident's lawn. His friends quickly carried him inside a car and rushed him off to the Northern Regional Hospital. A few minutes later, persons at the scene realized that there was a second victim. Triminio had also been shot several times. He was losing a lot of blood and fast. His friends, at least 7 of them, struggled as they carried him to a pickup truck for transportation to the hospital. Minutes after, a police unit arrived. Triminio is then placed inside the police pickup van, taking his last few breaths. He would later be pronounced dead on arrival at the NRH.
Both deceased persons was socializing with a group of other persons sometime around 5:20 p.m. when a white Jeep approached the area and a male person exited the Jeep who was armed with a handgun and wearing a ski mask and began firing rounds into the crowd. As a result, both persons were injured and they ran into a nearby yard in an attempt to escape, but was followed by the shooter, who continued shooting. Thereafter, he then made good his escape in the same white Jeep that he had arrived in.
At the scene, investigators found 16 expended shells. Triminio was shot a total of 7 times to the body and head. Calderon was shot 6 times, also to the body and head. Triminio, for the locals and authorities, is a known gang figure. He had many enemies, but who was brave enough to kill him and his associates in front of many?
We do not know, but we know for certain that Mr. Triminio had several cases of drug trafficking before the courts, and we know that he does associate with a group of persons who we consider to be gang. Well, we believe that he was the target. We cannot say we are satisfied that he was the target, but yes, we believe he was the target.
Triminio's family declined comment. On the other hand, Calderon's family is speaking out to clarify that Calderon was at the wrong place, at the wrong time, with the wrong people.
He meant everything to us. He was not a bad guy. He was never in trouble, giving us no hard time, no police, no anything.
He never came to you and said, I have a problem with this person or somebody's bothering me.
No, he never did. He used to go to my house. He has my little sister that helped him with homework. After homework, he went home. He has so much friends. Everybody knows him as a calm. He barely speaks, only with his smile. He talks to everyone. And I do know that he did not do anything wrong. He was not part of no gang like people say. We know him from small. We didn't even know he knew the other person who died.
So is the family thinking that it was wrong place, wrong time, wrong people?
Exactly. Wrong place, wrong time, and wrong people. Because he was not a target. I know he was not the target.
The killer was after Triminio. Authorities are expecting that Triminio's murder will further fuel a gang war in Orange Rock Town. Hipolito Novelo Jr., Minister of State for National Security, says measures are being put in place to address the matter.
When you looked at the scene, it was obviously a hit. Somebody went out there to make that hit, and it is so sad. I just had a meeting this morning. We had a conference in Belopan, and one of the things is to look at what we will do in regards to these incidents, especially this incident that has occurred in Orange Walk, because there's more to it than just one incident. I believe that in this country we must target these people who are involved in criminal activities. And at the end of the day, it is so sad, but it is a lesson that we must all learn as a community. If you live by the gun, you die by the gun.
It is difficult, however, to say if any police efforts will prevent any sort of retaliation. Reporting for News 5, Hipolito Novelo.